Okay. Good morning, guys. All right, I'm going to speak a few things and then see where the energies are with the cards. This is a game of power and control in different ways, even when we try to buck the system, because there's a lot of different things that are coming to me, but I know being able to find ways to self-soothe or go out in nature, talking to God, meditating, there's a lot of things that you can do on your own, but we need connection. We attach to our parents, and maybe not in healthy ways, but whether or not it was a solid attachment, you still had that. And so we're still always going to be seeking connection, which means that we have needs that need to be met. And so most of us who are walking around trying to attach to people based on the way that we attach with our parents, and it's ingrained in us. So it's until we start to see the patterns and understand it and figure out how to ask for our needs to be met and communicate these things, and all of the amount of knowledge and self-awareness that requires, we just keep seeking out unhealthy relationships until that point. So much is coming to me about how there's a lot. Because there's a lot that goes on that we can't see and understand. There's only so much emotional output that you may have every day. There's only and another big part about this, and that I think a lot of men, it's not up to me to tell you to wake up to it or to see it or whatever, but men have a stronger pull in all of this, because it's just the way that we're created. It's the way that we're built. And this is, again, just my perspective, you guys, but this is something that I didn't look at it for a long time. I tried to kind of use freedom and attaching to other things. And I'm sure that, and then I did fawning and different things in relationships. So not to say that I've definitely had my fill of manipulation, in relationships, but I had more of this tendency to want to give my power away. And that's the submission of the feminine. And that is expected of women. So that's what I mean, is that we can't avoid the power dynamics that play out. But when we're ignorant to it, when we're naive to it, when we don't have the knowledge or the understanding, then we're just using and abusing each other. And it's just, because we're it's coming to a head. It's we can't avoid it, not looking at these things anymore, because the world is asking us, and again, this isn't going to be for everybody. It's not, if it doesn't resonate. And if you've had, healthy attachments, then that's amazing. And hopefully you're able to be you're probably already a role model for people around you, which is amazing. But that's not been my experience. And so it's because of being a single parent and being with my kid, I've essentially had to sit down and figure a lot of things out and start to learn more, and all the behavioral stuff that I've had to learn through with him. And but I find it very fascinating and interesting as well. And so I had this full circle moment where I realized that I wish that I had understood a lot of things sooner, but it is what it is. And as long as we're here on earth, we're going to have these needs that need to be met. We're going to have this need for connection. We're going to have this need for some degree of power and control with the people in our life. But without communicating, without opening up and being able to be vulnerable enough to speak these things, it's a problem, because then we're just trying to manipulate each other. Because there's all these different little things, because we have, I don't know what it's like for someone who has secure attachment to their parents, because I still think we're insecure. Like, I still think that there's things about that, like that women are put together in a way that we're meant to test a man. And like, because of the world that we live in, because like a man who has a lot of options, like there's all of these like, that's not the right term. There's all of these, I need help right now, but situational and sex related parts that come into all of it, that play into all of it. Like, women need to feel safe and secure, and we're going to keep testing a man to see if we're safe with him, and no one wants to be cheated on, like, but these are all like really big themes that we can't just not look at, and yet we're still these creatures that need connection. So I'm just in this in between of like, how can we create more spaces for us to understand each other better and bring this knowledge and because I think about it, of course, for me, and I'll stop after this, but of course, for me in the situation that I'm in, it's like, I'm still in a bit of a survival state of like just getting by day with the fact that I don't have a lot of connection. I don't have resources. I don't have more available to be able to do more. And I don't want to be ungrateful. And y'all, meditation, syncing up with my higher self, like talking to God, there's a strength and a power that comes from that again, it happens. And that's another thing, that it's not going to be for everybody in this life, and that's okay too. But having these understandings that we can't just keep using and abusing each other and think that that's okay. But yet it's normal and fine that you have needs that need to be met. Like it's important to be able to recognize that. And, because it's also scary when you're in situations where those people only want to use you. Like it's very scary. And then that's why you should be by yourself until you can, find the people that you feel safe with. Like, to me, it's so important that we can recognize these things and speak to it, because it's normal to have needs. It's normal to want connection. It's normal to want attention and affection and, conversation, and yet we also need to be with the people that we feel safe with, that aren't just wanting to get one over on you or make fun of you behind your back, or their jealousy. And it's like, those are things that you have to work out on your own, so that we can attract the people that are, I guess, a vibrational match, or that are safe connections. To me, it comes down to safety, because we can't see the way that we're draining each other's energy. It's not like a visual thing, but without that understanding, you just walk away from situations drained, and you're like, okay, well, I don't want to do that anymore, but I still need connection. I still want to be around people that make me feel good, and that, whatever, that we can, there's an equal give and take. Okay, I needed to speak that. So I don't have all the answers, and I know that self-awareness and knowledge are two of the biggest components, though, and I think from there, it's having trust that in the universe that those people are going to come, and we're going to be okay, and we're going to make it until Okay, so quickly with the cards, because we've got strength here. So that's definitely an indication of like, pull on your strength right now. And there's this for, that emotional contentment. And a lot of that is seeking that within. Again, I do think that we're meant to be connected with each other and that we can bring that and help each other out in different ways, but it's always going to be this need for balance. And it could be that all of the life that we've created, the codependency has just created too much of an imbalance. And now it's like, we need to start to find that balance within first so that we can attract the people who are also doing the same thing, who are also have that understanding of wanting to be balanced within, so that we're not just using each other's batteries. Okay. Because we've got 5 of Swords on the bottom. So some people are mad. Maybe there's jealousy. Because I guess it is what it is. I mean, that's what my guides tell me. It's like, you just have to try to tune out the noise, because there's just things like that it's like, I can't help somebody with that. You've got to figure out what your needs are that aren't being met, I guess, in that regard. Or what your anger, where the pain is coming from, where the hurt is coming from. Okay, because we have 7 of Wands saying that you're right, you got this. There's been an injustice about reckless behavior, maybe, because we have the Fool reversed. They're not giving me anything else about that. I think that's kind of that just try to tune it out. The other things that are going on. Okay. All this kid's driving me crazy. But the energy is just so crazy today. Okay. The 3 of, and it's a beautiful day. So it's a good day to get outside, get some sun. 3 of Pentacles reversed. Our Page of Cups is reversed. So you're feeling like your cup is empty. Yeah. Oh God, y'all. Sometimes a good cry, or sometimes just going outside, like I said, being in the sunlight, really, that vitamin D, getting some sun. Okay, I'm going to stop before. Don't give up, even if you are having to face hard truths right now, or hard realizations, or if you're in a situation where you feel like you don't have what you need. Trust in, God has brought me through. Our God, my angels, like they're the reason that we're still here and that we're still kicking. And there is a lot to being able to meditate and find contentment within, and learning what your own needs are so that you can meet them. And then, if you're getting to this place where you're recognizing, okay, now there's more that's being asked of me, I need more, then it's like, we just gotta breathe and remember that you're okay and that you've been brought this far, so you can take those next steps. Gravity, man, I'll have to, if I find the guy's name, John somebody, can't think of his last name. It's a beautiful song. It's about that, like, gravity has this effect on everybody, and you've made it this far, so you can take the next steps forward, type thing. All right, so pull on that strength if you need it, and get some outside time in the sun. I love you guys.